What's up, everybody? This is your boy Fred. I'm back. I'm watching a live act. I'm watching a live episode.
We're doing it live.
Yep,
Right, it's cool.
You heard him.
We got a great night for you guys planned. Hi, I'm Craig. Joining me tonight, we have Ben Singer, known as Wiz, and Chad James, you may know as Boomstick.
What's going on?
Oh man, you use that voice the entire time?
No, God, no. The entire time.
Oh, this is gonna get good.
Yeah. I'll do a bit.
So, really big night tonight. This is the first time I've ever done this. So if you guys do enjoy the show, once again, let us know. Viewership has been great tonight. Use that hashtag DEATHBATTLELive to get a hold of us throughout the show.
Excuse me.
Which is amazing.
Awesome.
So thank
Excuse
you guys very
me.
much. T-A and Z.
And I'm back.
This is the fight, and then the end result, which is great. But you guys have done such a great job on the show, and it's evolved so much over the last 4 years. Even starting with just the characters have evolved. Was it Boomstick from the start? I mean,
Definitely from the beginning, man. Well, if you watch the very first episode, if you've been watching Death Battle lately, and you're like, oh, I wonder what the very first episode's like, I'm gonna go watch that. Like,
it's planets explode when she's done with a boom.
It's a completely different thing altogether. The dynamic between the two characters is completely different. There was like a review that I found when we first released the first episode. I wanted to find reviews and stuff online and see if people were
I thought we were the same person.
There was one guy who said who was talking about how it sounded like there was one person trying to play two different characters, which is completely opposite of what was happening.
but it is 100% accurate because it did sound that way.
It sounded that way.
But so it started off as Wiz. Wiz was doing a show essentially by himself. The original concept.
The original concept, which I developed back when I was also making a show called Metal Gear Ben. I decided to make this concept episode of what if two characters fought together.
Yes.
And originally it was just me. My concept episode, it was just I decided to just do everything myself. Because it's a concept, right? I need to put everything together. Then I pitch it to the rest of the crew, and then we figure out where to go from there.
Pilot,
Yeah, it's a pilot, a pitch episode. So in it was just me. Wiz didn't exist. It was just me talking and being stupid. And after I pitched it, it was basically decided very quickly there needs to be another character.
Yes.
It's like
that was so I get to be the guy who makes decisions like that. Like, this is really great, and but this would be really good if it had it. And that was early on. I knew this is a really cool concept. But and you guys, that's actually one of the things that we actually are going to show you guys here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Turn it down a bit so I can hear my voice too.
The original concept pilot has never been shown publicly to anybody. It was awful. The only people who've ever seen it are
too loud.
Screw Tech guys. Not even all the Screw Tech guys.
Everybody's seen it.
Not even everybody's seen it. Maybe 5 people in the whole world have seen this thing before.
Over 10,000 people will see it.
Thank you for saying over 10,000. Anyway.
Yes, over 10,000, which is great. So we'll get to that in just a second. But I do, before we get onto that, the original pilot was called Who Would Win? What a name. Who would win?
I just figured, I'm trying to figure out who would win in a fight between Boba Fett and Samus.
So we'll see.
Who would win in a fight?
So it was
who wouldn't win? It wasn't my job to come up with a title. I was just putting together the video. Whatever.
So as you brought it in and we watched it, it was that's really great. This is really, really cool. Title sucks, but so
and then just immediate feedback from everybody's it needs another character.
Doomsday versus Hulk.
It was funny. When I pitched it,
Let's make it happen.
It was almost immediately. I think it was you who came up with the name for Death Battle. It was right off the bat. There wasn't even time to really think about it. We were it needs another name.
The premise
how about Death Battle? That sounds
something
good.
like Death Battle or something. Oh, Death Battle.
Yeah.
It was instant.
I think that's exactly what I said. Death Battle. Yeah, because it needed to describe exactly what the show was.
I remember I didn't really like it at first, actually. I kind of had to grow on me for a while. Yeah, I wasn't really a huge fan of it just because it's kind of a weird combination of words when you think about it, but it really works.
Yeah, it tells you exactly what it is, and it's so much fun. So
we've come a long way, folks.
We actually, are you guys ready? Are you ready for your
first before we start talking about all of it, we might as well show them.
Yeah, let's.
I suppose. Oh boy.
Okay, so we're literally just gonna show this off to you guys. You're not gonna hear us. You guys just get to experience this. This could look. This is
not
the remastered episode of Boba Fett Samus. What's coming is the very first show concept put together like 4.5 years ago.
God.
Like animated in Final Cut by this man with zero animation experience whatsoever.
Yeah.
Keyframe.
I've said it multiple times. Death Battle episodes 1 through 18. I animated all of those. And that was basically, you guys have seen my entire animation career from start to finish. Except for this part.
The very start.
Which is where I
He was so proud. He was so proud too when he did look.
Okay, so let's check this out. This is the original
pilot.
Conceptual
pilot. It wasn't even the final pilot. Because we made a pilot later, which is basically the same thing as the episode you guys saw. It's not
Alright, let's get to it.
Alright,
It's time for the world debut of Who Would Win.
The pilot episode.
Bounty hunters. Their sole purpose is to hunt for bounty and reap the reward while their prey lies dying in a pool of blood. Boba Fett, slayer of Jedi and most feared bounty hunter in the galaxy. Samus Aran, the mercenary who destroyed an entire species. Two different warriors from two different universes. But if these assassins were to duke it out in a no-holds-barred battle to the death, who would win? To find out, we will analyze these two warriors in depth, their strengths, weaknesses, weapons, armor, and skills, and throw both warriors into a virtual battlefield which only one will leave alive. Boba Fett is known for his ruthlessness, cunning, and brute force, but it's his large arsenal of devastation that takes down his prey. He wears Mandalorian armor, forged of nearly indestructible durasteel.
You can tell this is a pilot episode. No hypeness from Wizard.
And it definitely makes him look pretty freaking cool.
Oh, I'm sorry,
His primary
and
weapon
singer.
of choice is his shoulder-strapped EE-3 carbine rifle, an extremely accurate and powerful weapon which Fett often cradles like a child. That's messed up. His wrist gauntlets house a flamethrower with a reach of 5 meters, a fiber cord whip, and numerous concussion and stun missiles. His Z6 jetpack allows him to battle with both hands in midair, and contains a single anti-vehicle homing rocket. In short, Fett is a human Swiss Army knife, but much more dangerous. With these weapons, he has killed many criminals, politicians, and Jedi. He has even held his own against Darth Vader, twice. He battled Mace Windu to a draw when he was 12 years old and became leader of the Mandalorians after the Galactic Civil War. And yet his awesome streak is inconsistent as he has fallen into the Sarlacc 3 times. 3! And the Sarlacc isn't exactly running around looking for snacks. It's a freaking hole in the ground. Still, even with his inconsistency, Boba Fett is a whole new meaning of bad A deadly.
No disintegration.
As you wish. Samus Aran was
just
infused
who
with
will
bird-like Chozo DNA at a young age,
Wow.
increasing her strength, speed, and athletic ability far beyond those of a normal human being. She wears the power suit, shielding her entire body without restricting any movement whatsoever. Its only fault, it makes her look like a dude. Her primary weapon, the arm cannon, has acquired numerous upgrades over the years. The basic power beam can be seen as a pea shooter with a pathetic range. But when charged, the beam can be powerful enough to blast an opponent into oblivion. The arm cannon also contains an ice beam, grapple beam, and a plethora of seeking and super missiles. Samus controls the skies with a powerful and speedy screw attack. And when there's trouble in the battlefield, she can curl into morph ball mode and slip away unnoticed. Samus's most powerful weapon would definitely be her large supply of power bombs, which create massive explosions of incredible power. In Samus's past, she has made herself known to be the bounty hunter capable of pulling off impossible missions, fighting massive beasts and even her own clone. However, while she is very skilled, she always seems to somehow lose all her power-ups and upgrades at the beginning of every mission. Somebody needs to get this chick a purse. Alright, the combatants are set. It's time to end any debate and find out who would win.
A death battle! tell this is a pilot episode, no hypeness. But the results are the same.
Well, Fett put up a tough fight, and his armor's microenergy field even withstood Samus's power bomb. But in the end, it was Samus's superior technology and athletic skill that won the battle. While her basic power beam failed her, she managed to put her Chozo DNA to work by jumping and dodging around Fett's offensives. Boba Fett, who relies more on cunning and brute force, just didn't have the means necessary to catch Samus, and got frustrated to the point of firing his homing rocket, which is designed to hit vehicles, not people. Since Samus in her power suit is approximately 4 times smaller than the average vehicle, there was only a 1 in 4 chance that the rocket would actually hit, and that's only if Samus was standing still. As her regular limber self, the hit rate of Fett's rocket dramatically dropped to approximately only an 8% chance of hitting. After the rocket was fired, Samus maneuvered around Fett, setting a trap with a well-placed power bomb. It's a trap! Fett but his trap sensing skills just aren't like Admiral Akbar's, and so the bomb hit. Samus then used a combination of ice and charge beams to put the Mandalorian bounty hunter out of commission. The winner is Samus Aran.
Yay! Look at them.
Alright. Well, that was awesome.
To get millions of views.
High five on that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Ben.
That was, Chad, I give you a cross there.
Oh, man, that was really pathetic.
Can I get
One
another
more
one?
time. There it is right there. That was pretty awesome.
So that was
that
the
was back-
remastered episode. No, you guys just tuned in. That was our pilot episode.
So I made that back in what, 2009?
Yeah,
Wow.
well, see,
No, early 2010.
yeah, really.
Did we talk about Metal Gear, Ben? Did we talk about that?
A little
I
bit.
mean,
Like
it
it
was-
was during Metal Gear Ben. I was currently working on a show. This was back when I was freshman in college or something like that. And I was working on my first episodic show, Metal Gear Ben. And that was like, I was halfway through that, and I started thinking about, well, what am I going to work on after Metal Gear Ben? And I came up with a couple show concepts, and this was the one that I decided to go through with. And so on the side, while I was working on Metal Gear Ben, on the side, I made this thing you just watched. And that's what I shared to these guys.
You sound your VO in that is you sound like so disinterested. Like
Yeah, I know.
somebody was like,
I don't know why I sounded like that. It's awful.
I was
and
keeping
then
it.
you went and did this thing.
I was keeping it on the chat. Some of my favorite comments were, "It certainly sounds like a high school project." And one was like, "Poor guy, he sounds like he wants to kill himself."
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know.
Like,
so we've been asking you guys to communicate with us throughout the show, and using the hashtag DEATHBATTLeLive. We've actually pulled some questions that you guys have asked using the hashtag. We're ready to go right here, so I figured I'd fire some of the cheap stuff.
yeah, let's do it.
Samus style.
Bring it on.
All right. Super Chunley 89 wants to know: have you guys ever considered a more traditional style of animation, like comic books, cartoons, anime?
Good question.
The animation that we are open to pretty much any kind of animation for our fights. Really, what it comes
sticky
down
notes
to.
and flip them in front of you very quickly.
Yeah, this is a flip book animation.
Yeah, stick by.
I mean, if the characters call for it,
That'd be
that's
awesome.
what we'll do.
Yeah, just flip it.
Anyway, that's what it really comes down to, is what we feel like would fit the characters best. Like, a lot of the stuff we did early on was with sprite animation, because that's all I could do. So, it needed to be doable.
Yeah.
But now, we've got 3D animations with Torian, and we're looking into potentially flash animations and other kinds of styles. And who knows? Last time we were on a panel, the question was brought up of, will we ever do like a live action one?
Maybe.
And it's always, I can't say that we will, but if we come across a fight that we think that it absolutely needs to be live action, then
It's been discussed.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Maybe
talked about it.
we'll.
We actually even know a studio that would totally be great for it. But especially in terms of like having actually like
Know what?
flash animated, like drawn
I'm just gonna
fight.
separate
That'll
this.
probably be the next time we branch out of our style that we've been
this.
doing.
Probably.
Excuse
we'll
me.
probably do with that. So